Thanks for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Mike Shea and Scotty Mays stick around for more shenanigans in the studio. We fail to give away some free stuff, and we tell folks where to go to get it. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
All right, we are back on the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith, here on WWSU, the station with the very bad short-term memory that forgets that they fire me every week. And they keep letting me come back. The decision gets made, and then nobody remembers it.
You're like Milton from Office Space.
Yeah.
Fire him? Yeah, but there's some glitch. He still gets a paycheck.
I just at the building. You probably shouldn't say things like that on the air anymore, because that would be, that would be a bad thing if it would be.
Yeah, it's true.
Because people you can't make jokes about anything anymore.
No, you really can't.
And for a comic,
really
that's
cannot.
hard to do.
No.
That's where I have a problem in my professional life. Is sometimes I don't have a filter.
Oh yeah,
and that's
no, I know. We just fired a guy recently for some stuff he had posted on social media. He was engaging with, because where I work, we get a lot of
I'm
people.
fine on social media because I think about what I write and what I put on there.
Yeah.
It's, the interpersonal communication.
He wasn't great in that area either.
Where somebody says something and every now and then I have to answer.
Yeah.
And it can be tricky.
I've learned to be real selective, especially with everything that I do now. Like my comedy, that's something different. Like,
right.
I'll throw that up there. But if I'm going to post something on Facebook, I have to check my motives. Like, is this, how detrimental is this going to be to perception?
Right.
Yeah.
Because, everything's on social media now. Everything. By the way, Scotty Mays and Mike Shea are still in the studio with me since I didn't announce that.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
so just
until he finds the keys to these handcuffs, we're going to be stuck here for a while.
They'll be piping in from time to time.
Send food.
Pleas for help and stuff like that.
Send a lot of food. Send a Greek salad.
Yes, a Greek salad
with them
from Arby's
this
with
sauce.
tzatziki sauce.
Tzatziki sauce.
Just
maybe even a rat
something
eating a slice
white.
of pizza. That would be
or a rat.
Amore.
Send a rat. Send Splinter in.
Or some
Master
foot cream
Splinter
with
some
weed in it.
Yes. Or a nudist, a tiny nudist.
A tiny nudist.
Send me a tiny nudist. Or call in for tickets to Cry for Help.
You know what?
Show at Wiley's.
Don't even call in for tickets.
Yeah.
You had your chance. You're not going to do it
I
now.
tell you what, call in so we can tell you you can't have them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to call in.
At 937-775-5555. If you want to find out why you don't get tickets, call that number.
And we'll give you a reasonable explanation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. On the air so
you're not
everybody
gonna do
can
it
hear,
anyway.
and then the FCC will fine us
That's right.
if I don't hit the button in time.
Dump.
Huh?
Dump.
Thump, dump.
Button.
I thought you said thump. I thought you were just making sound
Is it still called a
effects.
dump button?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know if that was still the technical term for it.
Yes, I believe it is.
Well, he has 2 turntables and a microphone over there.
That's where it's at. No, that's where they're at, right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. They're literally right there.
A microphone. Another 4 microphones. I got 2 turntables and 4 microphones.
Like Dr. Fever
And
over here.
A CD player.
Oh, my phone just.
A computer. And did you just make everybody on Facebook fall over with you?
We did.
Yeah, that's a shame. I hope
at least it
nobody
wasn't
got
the
hurt.
wagon.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, there's that's punny.
We weren't kidding.
We weren't kidding. This is the hour de pun. L'heure de pun. Yes.
Hour de poon sounds like something a little different.
Yeah, hors de poon. It's like an hors d'oeuvre.
Hour poon sounds awesome.
Yes, an hors de poon.
It's the mature version.
Yes. We can't hit news stories yet. We have to find something else to talk about.
We're only 3 minutes into this hour.
Well, on my way
Exactly.
here, there was a guy driving around Dorothy Lane with some kind of loud music blasting out of his car, and he was holding out 2 flags out of his window, an American flag and an Israeli flag, and is dancing in his car and waving his flags around while he's driving around the Dorothy Lane area over there by Austin.
You know the
Landing
significance of that, right?
I have no idea.
So today, the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem opened.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So
When I'm not at work, I don't watch the news.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
Okay, well,
things
that's
happen
cool.
in
I mean, the
world,
Palestinians are ecstatic.
No, that's
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Sure
they are
yeah.
stabby about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Like
sure,
they are literally stabbing people.
that's cool, and I'm glad I have some context.
I'm sure
'cause
there are a lot of folks in the Middle East that are just celebrating right now.
Yeah, they're going out with a bang.
Yeah.
out of context, that just looked kind of weird. I'm looking her over and over by the Waffle House is a guy waving this, and I'm just like, I have questions.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
I gave you an
cool.
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there
Awesome.
you go. See,
And now you know.
You really
it's
do
an
learn things
educational-
on this
It's
show.
an educational program.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's great.
I don't know.
Suck on
yeah.
that, Bill Nye.
Take that, science guy.
Yeah.
Because that's more geography, but, you know,
Sure.
whatever.
It's a
Geographers,
that's a science,
if you
I
ask a
guess, of
geographer,
sorts.
they'll tell you it's a science.
Yeah. Which really it's just remembering where crap is at. That's, you know.
That's all. filled with-
Cartography, yeah, I'll give you that. There's
Filled with
science to that because
hypothesis.
you got to, do everything to scale. But
Everything's an educated guess. I
Right.
think it's over there.
yeah, yeah, it's like meteorology. Is that a science or is somebody guessing?
Eh.
I mean, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
Okay,
It don't make me no never mind. I've heard some people say, you ever heard that term around here? Don't make me no never mind. You got to
No,
say it like
I am
Yeah.
from the deep
If
south, and I've
somebody-
never heard
if
that.
some-
never heard that?
See?
No.
That's dirty.
I've heard that.
That's dirty hick
The
slang.
deep south, yeah.
Don't
You
make
hear
me
that-
no never
You hear
mind.
that in Brownsville.
Somebody presented that to me, and I was like, what did you just say to me? Because I feel
Oh, the
insulted.
statement. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, not Brownsville.
So you're offering it. Hey, do you
somebody
want
presented that to
Brownsville?
me.
We're not doing anything
Hey, I
with
have
it.
this duffel bag with this baby tiger. Will you
Yeah.
take this to
Yeah,
Brownsville for me?
taking the duffel
And don't
bag
make me
to
no never mind.
Taking the duffel bag to Brownsville. Yeah. That don't make me no never mind.
I'll tell you that for free.
Well, it's good because I wasn't going to pay for it.
Well, and obviously nobody wants free tickets.
Right.
So,
You don't even have to pay for them. You just have to call in and enjoy conversation with us long enough to say, who are you? Here you go, and where to get them. But no, you're too good for it,
This is
so we don't
very
want you
true.
calling
How
in.
about I sweeten the pot?
Oh, yes.
You got five?
I got man.
Sweet.
I got tickets to the premiere on Thursday in my bag.
What?
So if y'all
Tickets
call
in the
in, say the
bag.
number again. What's the number
He is
again?
in that movie. He is in that movie.
Because all 3 of us are in that movie.
I tell you what.
7,
You know who else is in that movie? Let me see one of those tickets again. You know who else is in that movie? Travis Charles, who's on this show that
Yeah,
Scotty
Cry
is
for
on.
Help show.
That's right.
As is John Morris.
That's right.
Olivia Burns is in this movie.
This is how easy this works. You can have this ticket, sir.
Oh, can I?
Yes.
He didn't call.
That easy? After I didn't call.
It is that easy.
But if you call in, I'll even throw in 2 tickets to the premiere on Thursday down at the
Yeah.
Neon.
He's got them in his duffel
They are
bag.
in my bag
And if
right
you
next
call
to me.
in, I will try to get you a 4-month-old tiger in a duffel bag.
That
I
is
don't
in a
have it
duffel
with
bag.
me.
If you call in, we'll take care of
But-
2 date nights and you get a tiger.
Exactly. If you go to Brownsville to get it.
Exactly. That part's on you,
Yeah, you got to go to Brownsville to get it.
but it's still yours. You just
So,
gotta,
free tickets, you don't have to go to Brownsville to get them.
and just call. It's
You
not like
don't
I'm going to know
have
who you
to.
are.
right. Use a
I'm
fake
not
name, Ed.
discouraging it, but you don't have to go to Brownsville to get them. You can just call.
You can just call and get tickets. And the tiger, that's up to you. If you want that tiger,
We'll wait.
yeah. Got all night. Well, we got 45 minutes.
45
We got all
minutes.
night.
We will wait.
Yep. You're going to call.
We're going to sit here in silence.
Exactly.
Until his
Radio
phone rings.
silence
It's
until
free
his phone
stuff.
rings.
Don't make me pick
Yeah.
up my phone and call this radio station to get free tickets.
I think I had a guest do that to me once.
Really?
Yes. I was giving away actually WWE tickets.
Oh,
And Andy Bowman
of course. Of course.
got up and went to the restroom and called from his cell phone down the hall.
Well, on that note, I'm going to go use the bathroom.
And I said, "No, Andy, you can't have them."
That is hilarious.
He would.
Yep.
Damn, I want WWE tickets.
Me
don't-
too.
What's that?
I want WWE tickets.
Yeah, well, that was a one-time deal. I think Luke Capasso ended up with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Luke took.
Of course
took
he
his
did.
Kids, so.
Man,
Of course he did.
that or Ring of Honor. If you got Ring of Honor tickets, I'll take those too.
If you have any
I don't-
tickets, I'll just take whatever
yeah,
tickets
because
you
I like
have.
getting free stuff and going to free.
I probably have some just regular Wiley's tickets.
Oh, really?
I
that
think
I'll
I've still
throw-
got
I'll
some
throw
too.
Into that too.
Yeah.
I'll throw into that too.
See?
Well, like free stuff's like I
And those
got
are for
random
the
free
real
tickets
comics.
And I will autograph my show notes.
Ooh.
Oh,
Man, we
But
are
you gotta
really
go,
sweetening
But you
all
gotta go to
Seriously?
Brownsville to get them.
I've got 2 tickets to a
Paradise?
Metallica cover band show in Cincinnati next month that I can't use. Who wants those?
I want those.
Now-
You want
actually.
those? I'll give those to Scotty.
Now, well, here's a question: Metallica cover band. Do they play the good songs or do they play the crap they made?
Well, they have
after-
well,
the Ride the
they're
Lightning.
called the
Justice for
Four
All?
Horsemen.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
And they have
so
the
they
Ride
might
the
actually
Lightning
play
logo.
the good,
yeah,
older stuff.
Speaking of
they're
which,
good. They're actually very good.
I will be at Rock on the Range this weekend.
I hate you so much.
I know you do, buddy.
God.
I know you do. I know.
That's a dream. love
I
those.
won't be.
It's going to be amazing.
I will probably be at Wiley's. At some point.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a
Which
bunch
is
of my
good,
friends
which
were
is
at
good.
the
It's way
Carolina
better than
Rebellion,
Rock
which
on
is
the
the
Range.
South Carolina one, like last weekend, the weekend before, and were showing all me all the videos from it, and just But I did get free tickets to go see Jonathan Davis last week, which was cool.
Yeah, how was that?
Oh my God, that was
Wow.
one of the best shows I've been to. In a
So,
long time.
you know who Jonathan Davis is. Okay.
He is putting out a solo album at the end of the month here.
Really?
And which I didn't know about. And then my friend won free tickets because she called into a radio station and won the free tickets.
Yeah, that still exists. That's
Still
a
a
thing.
thing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And he played all this new stuff that, you know, it wasn't like because like a lot of singers will go do solo projects and it just sounds like their band.
Right.
It sounded like different stuff. It didn't
Really?
sound like a Korn copy. He played stuff from Queen of the Damned, which
Nice.
he did the soundtrack or the score for, which no one's heard since that movie came out because of record label nonsense. And it was one of the best shows I've been to in a long time to just sit in the back and watch and get drunk and yeah.
Right.
But all because we called into a radio station and got the free tickets and had a great time.
Hint. Yes.
Hint.
Yes.
Did he have any members with him?
No,
from
he had a
him?
whole new band. He had a drummer, a guitar player, a bass player who was using a cello,
Nice.
a keyboard player, and another guitar player who also had an electric violin.
I seen the Melvins live
An
once,
electric
and he had a
violin,
big.
so it's like the Revenge of
he
the
had a big
Nerds.
bass.
It was cool. It sounded kind of like it sounded a lot like kind of the music you heard like in Queen of the Damned. It was very kind of industrial goth rock type thing. It was really good. I can't wait. While we were there, I pulled out my phone and pre-ordered the album on iTunes. It was really good. I had a lot of fun.
That sounds like a man that knows what he wants.
I'll have to keep an eye out for that album.
It's really good. Yeah. Well, and that's probably the last. I got one more show I'm going to. I'm taking my sister to go see.
Because there is some corn that I enjoy.
I like.
Yeah.
I saw them last year when they put
Not
their
all of
album
it.
out.
Not all of it. There are plenty of corn songs that I enjoy.
My favorite corn is on the cob.
Right. But
That
you got to go to
sounded
Brownsville.
very.
But you got to go to Brownsville to get it.
Got to go to Brownsville to get it.
That is the name of this.
That's the name of this. Got to go to Brownsville to get it.
My favorite.
I'm gonna find a way to
corn is
work
on the
that
cob.
into my daily vocabulary. Just like, oh, you guys got to try this great barbecue place, which you got to go to Brownsville to get it.
Yep, that's the
As a
new
matter of fact,
thing.
that Brownsville barbecue sauce, you can try it if you want, but don't make me know never mind what you do with it.
Yep, don't make me know. Never mind. Got to go to Brownsville to get it. So what else?
How
What
about
else?
the pollen count here? And
That is, I don't know. I don't have allergies, so
yeah, me neither. Oh, sir, don't point at me. I'm okay. I'm immune.
you're okay.
I don't
You're
either.
okay?
The
But
thing is
when I
like
drive a
I've
car.
seen more people get falsely Narcaned
Yeah.
because of their.
because they're a little groggy
Yeah.
from the.
he's
the
ODing.
allergy.
No, he's just. It's that
Yeah,
time of
they're
year.
like, dude, enough with the Narcan. Do you at least have some Flonase? You can shoot that up my nose, but keep your Narcan.
Yeah. I mean, the way it is anymore, you don't even want to be diabetic in public. They catch you
No,
shooting
yeah.
up. They're after you.
Yep,
Oh yeah.
yep. People like me see that, I'll be like, sir, do you need treatment options? No.
Yep. No, Scotty, no.
But Scotty does know.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Pollen season's crazy.
Yeah, it's been insane this
Yeah.
year for all these poor saps.
Yeah. The puntastic hour of the life.
Yes. It's I've never really had allergy issues.
Mm-mm.
In fact, even stuff like poison ivy, I've never really had any allergic reactions until one time. Because I read about it, and actually there's an oil that kind of has a cumulative effect, and eventually it will kind of take less and less to have a reaction. Mm-hmm. Well, I used to, when I was a kid, I'd rip it out of a fence row with my bare hands. Never bothered me. Well, a couple years ago, I was pulling some weeds around the house, and I'm pulling out some poison ivy, and I go in, I shower, and of course it's an oil, so you shower, it just spreads all over, head to toe, man. Oh my God, it was miserable. I think I had to take several days off work because I was just, it was miserable. It's like, that's what this stuff's about. I always thought those were wimps. Now I want my mommy.
When I got my first
there was probably a section you didn't want her rubbing calamine lotion on.
No.
When I got my first tattoo, like a week later, I got poison ivy on my arm, and because I was so paranoid, I was like, "Oh God, I'm gonna get poison ivy, and my tattoo is gonna get infected." But the poison ivy got on both the other side of both my arms, so I had it wrapped up with bandages because I put the stuff on. It looked like I just got out of an attempt at suicide or something.
Is everything okay, Mike?
Yeah.
We're here for you.
Yeah, we're worried about you.
Yeah, I get poison ivy real bad though. It's in our backyard right now. I can't even go out in the backyard.
Like are you the type of person like if you just stare at it and you're like, oh my God, I'm freaking out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You just think about it and you start itching. You know.
It's great. It gives me an excuse to not cut the grass right now.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
But yeah, if I even like look at it or I'm in the same area as it, I get a rash.
Yeah.
It's just, it sucks.
Like hepatitis.
Yeah.
Just kind of keeps coming back. A little bit like herpes.
Yep.
Huh. Do you want to end on a herpes joke?
Absolutely. Where can we go from there?
I mean, the joke goes away, we'll bring it back.
What's that?
Nope. News. What?
No news?
Good news.
GNU.
It's
pronounced GNU. We discussed that last time.
We did.
So Don,
now
you're on a daytime work schedule now.
Just barely.
Are we going to see you on stage more?
I'm hoping. I'm hoping to get. I've been trying to do some writing lately. I have a couple new ideas floating around. So actually, I just sent in to get on Wiley's Sunday Comics on the June 3rd show.
There you go.
So I'll be back up there, which I think we have on this Sunday, the 20th, and then we don't on Memorial Day weekend. There is no Sunday Comics. By the way, Sunday Comics this Sunday, there will be a comics hang beforehand. I try not to do those when we don't have a show, but we may do them. I won't do one Memorial Day weekend.
Everyone's going to be busy doing stuff. I won't.
Well, actually, Saturday Memorial Day weekend, I do have to be on set to do some more filming for Black Mamba.
Oh, really?
So yes,
that thing that's totally not a porno that you're making.
That's totally not a porno.
Filmed in Brownsville.
Yeah. Well, you have to go to Brownsville to see it.
See my.
What you don't know is the tiger was a prop for the movie.
Absolutely, yes. See, you're giving away trade secrets.
I am. Mm-hmm. Peek behind the curtain.
But no, it had been doing a lot of filming actually at the club at Wiley's. We've had a lot of filming for there this past weekend.
You sent your SOS out on Saturday, and I was literally 2 blocks from you, but I was in a class and I couldn't
That's a bummer.
I would have enjoyed.
Ed John showed up. He has.
Of course he did. Of course you did, Ed. Yeah. Overachiever.
He has a part. Butch Russell.
Yeah.
He showed up. He has a part in the show now, and so yeah, able to get a couple of the comics involved, and that'll be fun. Because every now and then on independent film, you have actors not show up. You have actors decide last minute they don't want to do it. Apparently, there was a guy that was cast in the role several weeks in advance. Half an hour before we were set to be on set, he called and said his wife didn't like the contract and he wasn't going to do it.
Whoa.
So his wife stopped him from either his wife stopped him from doing it, or he didn't want to get up early and figured he'd blame her. So yeah, half an hour before the shoot, which to me that's
Bush League.
Yeah, that's unprofessional.
Send me names after the show. Yeah. I'll take care of it.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about him right now. No. No, names like that go out over the air. I don't know his name actually.
I've never had to deal with anything quite like that in making a film. I've had to reschedule but I've never had anybody just straight drop out.
Well, we work with William Lee. We work very fast paced, and if somebody drops out, either we get him replaced right then, or we rewrite.
Oh
wow!
And he'll write, and if that's the thing, he'll write you out of a script if you do something stupid. God. Even if you've already filmed your scenes, you will go to the premiere, sit there, and watch the whole thing, and find out your part's been cut.
Sounds like Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott's notorious for stuff like that.
Because I love William, I do, but he doesn't take a lot of crap on set, and he shouldn't, because I mean he's actually, unlike a lot of filmmakers locally, he does pay his actors when he gets paid. What's that?
Sorry about that.
Oh no. It's well, that's the thing. Independent film, that's expected.
Yeah,
that's the norm.
You take a gamble on a indie film. You never know if there's going to be pay, because
right?
You don't know what's going to.
Well, yeah, you don't get paid up front.
Yeah,
if you get paid, it'll be deferred payment. But
on the back end
of the many independent films,
the film makes money.
Right. Of the many independent films I've been involved in, his have paid. Yeah. So,
you know what else pays?
But what's that?
A good news story.
You know what doesn't pay?
What? Crime.
And I don't know if this next one's a good news story, but it'll be a great one to end out this segment, and then we'll play some more
I'm
music.
sure it'll be a hootenanny.
Yes. A Minnesota man looking for mushrooms ended up discovering something incredible: conjoined fawns.
What?
The man found the stillborn fawns on May 2016 near Freeburg, Minnesota, about a mile from the Mississippi River. The animals appeared to be recently deceased and were clean and dry, according to Gino D'Angelo, a University of Georgia researcher who studied the deer. He said he believes the two-headed animal is the first pair of conjoined fawns to reach full term and be delivered by their mother, according to the University of Georgia press release. Since the only other example of conjoined fawns have been found in utero these stillborn twins are a scientific marvel.
All right.
That's the Bambi sequel I want to watch.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, it would behoove him to become quite fond.
Yes, I'm very fond of this story. Yes.
I think we should be keeping count of how many we make this hour.
Yeah. That one almost, I almost had an aneurysm on that one. That one hurt. Not only was it painful to say that, but just to feel it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot of pain there. A lot of pain.
Yeah, it's
I'm
almost
processing
painful
it now
as
as
going
we
to
speak.
Brownsville.
That sounds like a movie that Tim Burton would come up with. We're going to have
conjoined fawns. That's what we need.
Yeah.
And these would have been actually born because they were dry. I mean, they were clean and dry.
You think their names were Fonzie?
Yeah, Fonzie and LaFonda. Yeah.
What? Stop.
Yeah. Well, two heads is better than one.
Hey,
So,
let's put our heads together.
Yeah.
Let's join hands.
Yes.
If we had hands.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What's happening? It's so hot in here. It's so hot. It's so hot.
I don't know. And even though there were two of them, there wasn't enough
like
meat
even
to feed
the
us.
chili trophy's starting to actually literally catch fire.
Yep. Yep. There are more. We're just adding to the ashes. That's all we're doing.
Right.
And eventually, Jess Cordry's going to come in here and snort.
And snort them. Yes. Oh.
This is. Oh man, that's
love that guy.
Wasn't that a fun, uplifting news story about dead deer?
Dead
mutated deer.
Dead mutated fawns.
I was happy
That's
to find
fantastic.
perspective in that. You know, we all.
That's always the kind of news story I like. They really leave you thinking and going thinking, why the hell?
You think
did
they're
a comedy
buried in
show
Potter's
did-
Field?
They could be. They could be. It'd have to be a double headstone. All right, we're going to take a little break, and we will cleanse our palates of that, and we will be back here shortly.
Open up.
Nothing came over.
There's a reason they call them lazy Sundays. There's nothing better than sitting around and enjoying the comforts of a good book. But what book should that be? Well, every Sunday, Eventide brings you The Bookseller, hosted by Jessica Gillen. Each week, Jessica breaks down a different book and tells you everything you need to know before cracking it open and getting lost in a whole new world. Tune in every Sunday for The Bookseller with Jessica Gillen, brought to you by Eventide Entertainment.
All right. I'll tell you what to do. Go that way, really fast. If something gets in your way, turn.
All right. We are back on the Life Radio Show for our last glorious half hour of the evening. And what a show it has been. We have learned so much.
We have had a plethora of information.
Absolutely. A whole shell is a rock.
Yes. Solid as a rock.
Who can forget that, Jim?
Tigers come from Mexico?
Yes, and you got to go to Brownsville to get it.
And apparently you've been hiding black mambas.
Yeah. Nope, it wasn't hidden. It was just on a tiny noose.
Oh, man. Follow that train of thought, kids. You won't like where you end up, but you'll enjoy the journey.
But no, I was saying I got pulled over on the way in by campus police. So,
dude, Paul Blart is to be taken seriously.
Yeah. They were on a Segway. You know, one guy ran the siren.
It was the old school one.
He was sitting on the handlebars of the kid's bicycle.
Did he have the shrinking?
He's got a special key for his Segway, so it only goes so fast.
Hey, budget cuts.
Governor.
You're right state.
It has a governor.
But no, I did. I was driving, and I went to stop at a stop sign, and a bunch of crap on my seat went to fall off. I grabbed it, but I went ahead and went through the stop sign, and they busted me, man. I am just, God.
You're fit to be tied right now, aren't you?
Cost me nothing because they gave me a warning, which, you know, I think that's all they can issue. I don't know. Yeah, it was like, well, you get a demerit. I got a demerit.
Aww.
Now, sir, I have to warn you about this warning I'm about to give you.
Yeah, 3 demerits equal a warning. 2 warnings equal a...
You out of here.
Yeah, you're out of...
He gone.
For like now, just get out of here.
Yeah,
we
just
don't
for
want to see
tonight.
you again. Go on to whatever you were doing. But no, they were polite. It was just...
What a strange encounter.
Funny. Yes, yeah.
Huh. Sir, I don't think you understand. I used to work here.
Yeah, I used to work here. Take your stop sign. And, you know, I would have stopped, but Wright State's budget cuts, I can't afford brake pads.
Dude, there's a gnarly pothole out here on Colonel Glenn coming this way. If people can see where I'm pointing.
Oh, that way. That way, yeah.
Power of radio works.
Oh, absolutely. The power of radio. Well, you're on Facebook Live. Probably have more listeners
3.
than 3.
Trey.
Boy, then you have 3 more. Me, I am so jealous of your Facebook
My
Live.
3 friends. There's 2 now.
Friends.
Every time I mention
Every time you
it's
mention
like somebody drops off.
Yeah.
Like, well, let's humble him real quick.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
The drinking
man.
game.
Yeah, every time Scotty.
I wonder what the magic word
every
is.
time Scotty mentions us, just
Followers,
log off and drink a beer.
Oh, now we're down to 1.
Yep. See, there you go.
Yeah.
We talked about it. All right.
Why don't you all just leave then? Just all of
Yeah,
you.
we don't need you.
You obviously don't want my free tickets.
Yeah, we're going to give away all kinds of free stuff, including a tiger in a duffel bag.
But
if
nobody
you go
wants
to
tiger in a
Brownsville to
duffel
get
bag.
it. But nobody wants to call in.
And a scratch and sniff microphone.
And nobody wants to. Absolutely. You don't even have to scratch. It's just a sniff
you
microphone.
just sniff it.
You heard of smell-o-vision.
You sniff it then.
This is straight. This is the Wonka's smell of
radio snort.
Radio snort.
Well, what is I going to call it? Snortio? It's not going to be the same.
Snortio.
Radio snort. That's what.
Wasn't that a Genesis song? Sue Snortio. Sue Snortio.
Snortio. I think that was actually Phil Collins without Genesis that did that.
And I knew
song.
I was afraid of that, and I was waiting for the correction.
Yeah. What are you living in a land of illusion?
No, just a land of confusion.
See, I got my funny. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
A Phoenix woman is facing numerous charges after she allegedly sent more than 65,000 text messages to a man after a first date last summer, many of them containing bizarre threats.
Did you see the interview with her?
Yeah.
I did
Holy
not.
crow.
So everybody knows about this.
Oh, I know the
31-year-old Jacqueline AIDS was arrested on May 8th.
She gave him.
And charged her with threatening, stalking, harassment, and failure to appear in court. AIDS discussed the allegations on Thursday during a jailhouse interview with local CBS affiliate KPHO-TV, CAFO. She said, I felt like I met my soulmate, and I thought we would just do what everybody else did, and we would get married, and everything would be fine. She said she met the man on Luxy, an online dating site for verified millionaires.
Okay.
She sent her date so many texts because, quote, loving him selflessly brought me his information. I don't even know what that means. Loving him selflessly brought me his information. Yeah,
sure. Okay.
Well, she also wanted to bathe in his blood.
Yes, according to the police, many of the text messages she selflessly sent included anti-Semitic insults and threats like "Don't ever leave me" or "I'll kill you." I don't want to be a murderer.
I don't want to be, but you're going to make me.
Guys, I think I found my soulmate.
You guys would be a good match.
But if she ever leaves me, thank God.
She just wants to. She wants to bathe with your black mamba.
Yeah. Hey, well, who can blame her? Who can blame her? She's got to go to Brownsville to get it.
Don't make me no never mind.
Don't make me no never mind.
This is the part where I say something funny. I'm not gonna. But.
Man, we've been waiting for 2 hours now. A viral video showing a Kodiak bear eating ice cream at a Canadian drive-thru has led to a criminal charge for the owners of the zoo where the bear resides. We made a mistake, said Doug Bowes, owner of one of the owners of Discovery Wildlife Park in Innisfail, Alberta. I'm embarrassed about it. Every time we take an animal off property, we're supposed to notify Fish and Wildlife, send them an email, and we forgot to do that in both instances. Under the terms of the zoo's permit, the zoo must tell government officials if an animal will be leaving the zoo. Alberta Fish and Wildlife said in a statement sent to The Guardian, Bose and co-owner Debbie Rowland are now each facing one charge related to the bear, named Berkeley, in case that's important, taking a trip to Dairy Queen earlier this year, because this is the second time they did it. They're facing a second charge for allegedly not informing officials in 2017 that Berkeley, then a young orphan, was being taken to a home at night for bottle feeding. So, yeah, they got him. They got him for one thing, and they're just all over him now.
So if they want to take a zoo animal out, all they have to do is just ask somebody and send an email?
Hey, now take us home. Don't take your work home with you. That's
I have to go through more steps to update my phone. Like, if I want to update my phone, I got to punch in a password, a code, download a thing, wait 2 hours.
Yep. My timesheets have to be approved by 3 people. I mean, and you take a bear?
God. I want to log into my email at home. I have to get a phone call, answer the color of the day. I mean,
teabag my keyboard.
Yeah.
Wait,
go to Brownsville.
No, I don't.
Smuggle a tiger over the border. Yeah. It's a process.
Sniff microphones.
Sniff microphones on snortradio.com. I'm getting that, by the way. I'm purchasing
Snort Radio.
It's Radio Snort.
Radio Snort.
Radiosnort.com.
Get it before someone else does.
It's probably taken.
It's like somebody
Get it before John Oliver does.
If there's a thing you can snort, somebody's probably got the .com name for it.
Oh,
I might be able to get a .cc or a .c or whatever they are, .gov. Radiosnort.gov.
Radio Snort. Somebody with a
What's that?
hair lip. That's what it sounds like.
What does?
When you say snort.
Snort.
It reminds me of somebody with a...
Snort.
That's how my mind
Snort.
works, man.
Radio
Snort.
Radiosnort.com.
Oh, God. I went straight to hair lip.
Hey, sometimes you got to go straight airlit, man. That's all I got to say. You can't go to Brownsville to get it. You got to go straight airlit. That's your 2 options on this show.
choo.
I don't even know what that means. Wow. Are we done yet?
Man, we got to milk this last 2 minutes.
Oh, damn.
Milk it, Scotty.
Hear that out of context, kids.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't even say please.
That's going to be the new soundbite for this show. It's just it's going to go through my intro, and then it's going to end with "Milk it, Scotty." And then,
Oh, Kimmy, that's going in the promo.
yeah,
That's going in the promo.
you bet it is. I'm writing it down. Milk it.
I will make sure that goes in the promo.
That might even be the title. Hell, I don't know.
Milk it, Scotty.
Milk
I'm
it,
just going
Scotty.
to change the name of the Life Radio
I'm gonna
show
scream
to
that
Milk
next
It,
time.
Scotty Broadcast.
Next time I'm at a show, next time I see Scotty on stage, the first thing I'm doing is milk it, Scotty. I feel like
Yeah, that's a new category for the Fight Club.
there you go.
Milk it, Scotty. Somebody has to milk Scotty for 5
You
minutes.
got to go across
while
the
you're
stage
doing your
right in
set.
front of a Texas woman says that she took 2 kittens into her home only to discover they were not house cats, but wild bobcats.
I mean, come on.
She's a bright one.
Jeez.
Come on.
Hey,
Where's
don't
she
make
from?
me no never
Brownsville,
mind.
Texas?
House cats, bobcats.
She's the one that they're taking the tiger to. She thought it was a kitten.
Yep, Jane Dinscore, her sister, and her niece were bitten on the hands while trying to feed the felines because they were bobcats. San Antonio Animal Care Services spokeswoman Lisa Norwood said on Monday, I think they started doing a little bit more research and educating themselves and thinking, you know what? These don't look like your standard house cat, and they keep biting me. Maybe we should call somebody. Thankfully, they did. But Dinscore has changed her story since the news broke on Monday. Originally, she told authorities she found the kittens in an alleyway in San Antonio. Now she says she received the kittens from her brother, James Dinscore, in rural Atascosa County. However, she maintains that she believed the kittens were domestic cats.
Is that county
I
where
think she's
Brownsville's
full of
at?
crap. Probably is. It was in Texas, and
well, see,
it
I'm
involved.
telling you.
I wonder if
It
she knows
involved
any
cats.
good veterinarians, because these puppies are sick.
Yeah, and again,
For those of you who
a
can't see
visual
at
for the
home,
radio.
Scotty just flexed his
That
arms.
doesn't even work on Radio Snort, Scotty. You can't even see that on radiosnort.com.
Be honest, man. Do I have a vein popping out of my forehead right here? 'Cause I feel
Yeah,
like it
a
kind
little
of hurts
bit,
a little bit. Triggered to get a milkshake. Whoo.
Oh man,
Yeah.
should we move on? Should we go on?
Hey,
Should
man,
we
let's
just,
go.
or are we?
We
still
must be
focusing
buttered
on
because
the
we're on
Bobcat?
a roll.
Oh,
Hashtag Stuart Scott.
Man,
oof, that one gave me a disease.
not allowed to have rolls. I'm on the ketogenic diet.
This is true. Greek salad, man.
Need all the bacon.
I'll lick the butter off, but
Need all the
Only
bacon
after I
and
milk
fat
it.
you want, but God help you if you have a
but
roll.
you gotta go to Brownsville to get it.
Hey, you got to milk it first. Then I'll lick the butter off.
Milk it, Scotty. Oh,
See, that's how they're going
maybe
to start
we-
every NASCAR race. Gentlemen, milk your Scotty.
It would definitely be an interesting way to start.
Oh,
I mean, I
man.
think it would be an improvement.
I'd start watching. Wouldn't watch for
Dude,
long.
look at his
Right,
wife.
because
and go,
it's NASCAR,
Don't make
but
me
still.
know. Never mind.
Yeah. I don't care what they say. Don't make me no. Never mind. You want to milk your Scotty? You milk your Scotty.
That's going to be the NASCAR's new
Yep, I'm
slogan.
just heading on down to Brownsville. You milk your Scotty if you want. Don't pay me no. Never mind.
Oh, my
This
face
best
is
show
so
ever.
hot right now.
I am so glad we decided to start doing these late on a Tuesday night after work.
Oh,
After
me
work,
too.
yes.
Yeah, in a sweat lodge. This is
Yeah,
WWSU
man. Oh.
Sweat Lodge.
Ugh.
I feel like I'm burning some calories
Yeah,
right now.
absolutely. It's the laughing, it's the moving around, it's the giggling.
Yeah, it's the
and
lack
it's
of
the
HVAC.
Lack of HVAC. If only I knew a guy that could do something about that.
Yeah. You know any HVAC, man?
Don,
HVAC
why are you
guy?
here?
No.
Where's your buddy Tim Bush at?
Yeah. Old
Probably
Tim.
busy modeling. What?
Yep, he's probably got calls. He's on call.
I
right
can't
now,
believe
so
it's
he's
not
probably-
butter. You're right. It's
Yeah.
Scotty milking.
Yep. Milk it, Scotty. All right. You've heard of beating the rap. Well, a gynecologist
Oh my
in
God.
Pennsylvania has beat the rapper Dr. Dre, to be exact. Last week, Dreon M. Birch, who also goes by Dr. Dre, D-R-A-I, won a 3-year legal battle that began when he wanted to trademark his name. That didn't sit well with the NWA founder turned music industry mogul who tried to block Dre's effort. The Dr. Dre, not the Dr. Dre.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Fearing people might get confused by their similar sounding names. Birch, author of the books 20 Things You May Not Know About the Vagina, won in part by arguing that, quote, Dr. Dre is not a medical doctor, nor is he qualified to provide any type of medical services or sell products specifically in the medical or healthcare industry, according to court documents. Furthermore, Birch testified that trading on Dre, D-R-E's, reputation would be, quote, a bad reflection on me as a doctor because some of Dre's lyrics can be characterized as misogynist and homophobic.
Really? So does Beats take a different term for gynecologists? Hey, Tim Bush just joined us on Facebook Live. How weird is that?
I don't
Were
know.
your ears burning, dude?
Yeah,
That is so
I
weird.
think so. Well, he heard about the 20 things you may not know about the vagina by Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Just
It's all about the
fantastic.
Beats.
Yeah, that's actually going to be Dr. Dre's new album, is 20 more things you don't know about the vagina.
Track 1 is Don Smith's Wide Foot.
Yep. That's how
Forceps,
is that something
no
you don't
feet.
know about the vagina.
Track 2 is straight out of Brownsville.
Yeah, you got to go to Brownsville to get it.
Track 3 is Black Mamba.
Yeah. Track 5, Tiger in the Duffel Bag.
Ooh. Track 6, Don't Make Me No Never Mind.
We got the whole album, man.
Track 7 is Milk It Scotty.
And track 7, thank God, is almost the end of this show. Do we want? No, we don't. I think we're going to wrap up. Anyway,
Nice.
whew,
Man.
this has been an exhausting endeavor.
I'm parched.
Yes, it's been the only one I got left because this is like my third one.
You've
I
been,
gotta pee.
you've been pounding some waters, man.
Yeah. You've been pounding some milk it, Scotty. All right. So what did we come on here to promote something or something like that?
Maybe.
Mike, what do we got going on? I know Monarch this Thursday.
Monarch
Yes.
premieres this Thursday at the Neon, 7:30 p.m. Don Smith is in the film. Scotty Mays is in the film. Travis Charles, John Morris, Olivia Burns, Titus Wayne, Jess Cordry, Cindy Myers, me. Shot all around Dayton.
But don't let all this discourage you. It's still pretty good.
It's still actually good, believe it or not. It's going to be a lot of fun. Big thanks to the Neon for letting us do this. They've been a lot of help, and it's going to be we're showing the film from last year to start things off, and then
cool.
I'm gonna let the comedians who were there do some time at the beginning, kind of get the room opened up and have some fun, and then we'll show Monarch, and then we'll have a little Q&A at the end. We'll have posters for sale. It's just going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great night. So come on out. It's $5 at the door. Could have
Awesome.
been free if you'd have called in, but
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
but yeah, so that's this Thursday, and then the film and the soundtrack will be available online June 1st.
Awesome. Look forward to being there on
I
Thursday.
can't wait.
Scotty.
Nope.
Scotty don't?
Scotty doesn't know. He does, but he's not sharing because I offered to share and nobody bit.
This
So,
is your time. This is your time to promote.
You know.
So you know what you got to do.
I got to milk it.
You got to milk it.
It's been a pleasure, Don.
Absolutely, it always is. This is the most fun I get to have.
I love doing this. So thank you.
Well, it's always good to have. This is a crazy show, and I love getting crazy with other crazy people because otherwise I'd feel very alone.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
All right, let's take our pants off.
All
now.
right.
Yes.
But hey, don't forget Memorial Day weekend at Wiley's Comedy Club, Cry for Help tour. Friday night at 8 o'clock. Saturday night, 2 shows, 7:15 and 9:30. Get there. Scotty Mays is going to be there. Dale Blumquist is going to be there. Ranson Carr is going to be there. other people, Nick Taylor,
Travis
Charles,
Dan Dean.
Dean. How could
Keith
I forget
Irvin
Dan
will be
Dean?
there on the weekend.
Oh, Keith Irvin's
show,
on the
yeah.
weekend. Man,
Yes,
that's a packed show. If you don't get out there, you're dead to me.
You're going to miss me milking it.
Exactly. Scotty's going to milk it. We're going to get out of here. And don't forget, you got to go to Brownsville to get it. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening to the Life Radio Show podcast. Check us out on the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network or wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM with a repeat broadcast on Wednesdays from noon to 2, or you can always stream the show live at wwsu1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments, feel free to email the life1069@gmail.com.
This way, if people can see where I'm pointing.